Hello and back to the video. Today we're gonna take a look at Shadow Nidoqueen with the new move Double Kick. I got the spells from FloopyDoopster, I guess that's the name from him. As we see here, a team with a very bulky backline with the Licky Tongue and also with the Sableye. As we see here also a 100% Sableye, it's also best body looking at the CP there. Not XL, but this Licky Tongue is definitely XL, as this is a very bulky Say Swap. I guess they use the Licky Tongue as Say Swap and the Pokemon in the back there, the what's called the Sableye. I guess it does make sense-ish because you have a poison type in the lead, so maybe you get out the potential fairy types for the Sableye with this. Could be in play, but also your poison type doesn't have a poison type move, so that's kind of tricky. We see here the new move, a Double Kick on this Nidoqueen, as we see a bait coming up and we get the shield there. This is looking very good for FloopyDoopster here, as we can, if they can go now for one Hydrocan here, they get another Sableye in, which is pretty decent because they're always going to be able to win CMP against this thing, as they have the Hundo. So I guess they're going to shield this move up. They're going to get this thing very low and they can just farm up to their charge move. They don't throw, the opponent doesn't throw here. Let's see what they're going to do. They're going to shield this move up and they're going to throw now. This is amazing. Now they can farm down with the Nidoqueen here. Double Kick is coming in clutch and they can get so much damage on it even though it's resisted, and the Mega Horn gonna hit. Does this KO the Swampert here? And it does. Nidoqueen with Nidoqueen, I want to say Nidoking here with the insane Mega Horn at the end of the day. Nidoking is way worse than the Nidoqueen still because of mainly, we actually see the new Lantern here as well, mainly because of the fast, not even the fast move, but mainly because of the Poison Fang and also because of the less bulk that you have. They're going to go straight for the Mega Horn. It's gonna get shielded anyway. Was kind of expectable, but here we see some Surf Lantern gameplay. Pretty cool as well. Actually, I think Surf Lantern only needs 5 sparks to get to a Surf now. That's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. I still think that the Water Gun version is a little bit better in most cases, but really depends. I think in Elite, the Spark version is fine if you use it like in the back or as a Say Swap. Definitely the Water Gun version might be a little bit better. They get out the Altaria here, which is a pretty neutral Pokemon for most of the team. I guess you go into the Sableye here because I don't think you can farm it down with your Nidoking. We have to see, yeah, they go into the Sableye. They try to swap there onto the charge move on the potential Moonblast here, but they go straight to the Sky Attack because it always gets the shield anyway. And they go now into a Sableye for the opponent. You're going to be able to win CMP type all the time, which can be helpful in this kind of scenario, as they try to sack swap onto their Nidoking. I always say it's just Nidoking. Like, I've never really played or used or seen Nidoking at all, so it's just like always Nidoqueen because it's like so common. But yeah, they're going to get the shield there from the opposing Sableye. The Sableye gets to move there and they can farm it down, but there's still 2 Pokemon left. The Altaria can just farm it down. This is going to be a good game here. Still interesting to see the Lantern look very spammy, at least. As we see the next opponent here, we're going to see Nidoking against Nidoqueen. What a nice matchup. That's kind of ridiculous. You're going to be able to generate energy faster than the opponent, and sadly you don't have the Earth Power because otherwise this would be a clear win matchup, but they're going to shield up the move anyway, which is amazing for you because of course the Phantom wouldn't KO there, but they're also going to bait it back. Both Pokemon have a move that will be able to lower the opponent's defense, which is kind of crazy, but what the Sandtomb did so much damage. I know it was like super effective, stab, shadow and also debuff, but still they did way more than I expected because Sandtomb is way worse actually than the Poison Fang as well. It's kind of horrible. So kind of crazy to do that much damage. The cool thing here now is against Obstagoon, like now you have a fast move that is double super effective against it, which is something that you usually don't really have, so you can just go straight into your Nidoking and the moves coming through. I think you can survive one. They go for the Night Slash. I guess maybe, like, I'm not a Nidoking expert. We will see now. Do they survive one? They do survive one. I am a Nidoking expert. Easy. I knew it all the time. And they can farm him down. I hope that this is not an obstruct. It is a Night Slash. Okay, so you don't get defense drop. Nidoqueen comes in. Is this an Earth Power? It is a poison thing, you still survive it. What is in the back? It's a Lantern with Spark and Surf, so I guess it's going to be a good game. Lantern is actually way more common than I expected so far, like, yeah, but it's definitely such a strong Pokemon now. Like, just 5 Sparks for 1 Surf is pretty ridiculously good, so I expect that Lantern going to be everywhere anyway. We're going to see the next opponent here having the Nidoking with this Pelipper. This is horrible. They swap immediately into their Lickitung here. Definitely a correct swap. I guess so far I haven't seen really a misplay by the way here, so that's kind of good to see as well. We see Power Whip coming through, going to do some nice damage against the G-Fisk here, as they can go for the Earthquake most likely. You still survive one from this range pretty easily. They cannot farm you down either. They have to go for a Rock Slide. They try to CMP here, I think, as well, which I think you would lose otherwise. So yeah, they didn't CMP anyway. They still have to throw the Rock Slide here. They let go. That's definitely fine. And they're most likely going to go into their Sableye. Oh no, they actually now have the Fighting type move. I was like thinking, oh, you have the Poison Jab here, which would be triple resisted, but of course now it's a fighting type move, so you're going to be able to actually farm this thing down. That's kind of hilarious because I don't really expect it. They go for the Mega Horn. I actually would do the same here, because if this lands and it does land, you're gonna put him into range for the Sableye while we see a Bastiodon here. It's going to be a little bit tricky to still win this game. You have to hope that the opponent gonna throw here and you're gonna let this move go through. Yes, okay. Like, so far, like, every play was totally perfect on point here from this trainer. We see the foul play coming through. They're gonna let this move go through. Now they can farm down with the Nido. They hope that this is enough, but I don't think that it's enough for the Pelipper. They can go for the Sandtomb though, which is kind of nice, as the Sandtomb going to get the shield here. They can get to the Mega Horn? They can get to the Mega Horn, and this is going to be a good game here. Bye bye Pelipper. What a well played game there, just from FloopyDoopster. FloopyDoopster. I don't know the name. Very cool name. For that Elo, definitely so far very well played. Like, honestly, I think like you might also have the potential to a legend with this gameplay already, to be honest, if you play like this normally as well. Definitely good game so far. We see a Mega Horn coming through. Of course, it's now a 3-turn move as well, compared to a 3-turn move from the opponent. They can let the move go through. This is ridiculous. Go for Mega Horn here. I guess it's fine. They're still gonna do some nice damage. It's a little bit tricky against the Azu, and they're just wanting to sack this Nidoking right now, which I guess is the correct play, to be honest. I think this is the right play. You can now go into your Lickitung. You kind of have to align your Lickitung against this thing, because you don't really want to have your Sableye against it. And now they can just go for one Body Slam here, and this Body Slam will already KO this thing as it's already debuffed. They go for 2 Play Roughs. They're going to swap out into the Grand Ball, and this is so sad. This is going to be a good game. There's nothing that they can do here, sadly. There is just, yeah, this was just team comp. There was nothing that they can do. Good game. Very well played, though. We see the next time. Here we see the opponent coming up against a Machamp. Good lead. Very good lead. Very good for the team in general, as well as they go into a Deoxys. You can go for one Mega Horn, please. I wanted to see the Mega Horn. Of course, this is actually the correct play that the opponent, that the player did here. Now you have a way better matchup now against the Deoxys with your Sableye, especially if you have now already the foul play, which should KO him from this range. It does KO from this range. Like, this is the correct play, definitely. But it would have been just funny, to be honest. Like, honestly, who didn't want to see the Mega Horn land there? So yeah, while you played it correctly, it's fine. They can now go and farm this thing down. They don't have to throw, they don't have to shield here unless it's a payback. It's a cross chop, still does a lot of damage. But they can now go for the debuffing. And I think this is fine. I think you win now. Like, there's nothing that the opponent can do here. You can just go straight for Sandtomb. The Sandtomb does insane amount of damage against a Registeel. What? That's crazy. And they can just go for more and more. This is actually such good gameplay. I love it. The Nidoking just completely destroyed the opponent there. I didn't expect it whatsoever. It's so fun to watch this, to be honest. Let's see the next game here. Very good game so far, by the way. Like, such good gameplay there. It's kind of crazy that he's only a veteran rank. We see Frostless here, swap out immediately into Lickitung. Lickitung against Frostless is actually a worse matchup than you might think. Just the pure damage output from the Frostless is going to put him already into a range where 2 Avalanches KO. And I think Frostless always wins in a 2-shield just because you're just so spammy with this thing. It's insane, but they're gonna let the move go through. You can shield and you can realign You are not going to shield here. Okay, that's interesting. You can go into your... You can kick it down, I think. You should kick it down, I think. Yeah, they kick it down. They go into the Swampert. Yeah, again, I would have shielded against the first play where I would have done something differently at least. Also, if I say something like, oh, I would have done this or whatever, like, it's of course my own preferences. Like, people can play however they want. There are different ways that are also successful. So, like, if I say, okay, I would have done this, might not always be the right thing, but this is at least how I would play. And as I hit Legend literally every season and rank 10 before every season, I think I have a little bit of game understanding at least. As we see them trying to farm down at least the Swampert there. This is going to be a little bit tough as the War Rank comes in. Now needs a little bit more, but they don't get to the Mega Horn anymore. And even more, the Sand Tomb wouldn't have KO'd here. So still a pretty close game there. Where they had one more fast move, they would have been fine. But I think they would have been fine as well, maybe if they just shielded against the Frosters and realigned. Because I think realignment is a little bit more important, especially if you have a Poison and Dark type in the back there. We see the opponent here with the Deoxys defense. Please don't shield this. Please don't shield this, please. I'm sorry, it's just so nice. It's just so good to look at. Bye-bye, Deoxys. That was... a very fast one there. So they can go even for the debuff, get the shield there, can go into the Lickitung, which can take every move here. They go for the Earthquake, and you see a Nidoqueen coming in. That's kind of ridiculous. Like, honestly, like, such good gameplay so far. I can't say anything against this trainer. Like, literally, he plays really well. As we see here, the Body Slams coming through against the Nidoqueen. Should get a final shield here, hopefully. Yep. And now you can go into your Sableye. You can most likely even shield and farm it down, especially if they go for an Earth Power here. You don't want to get Earth Powered. They're actually going to no shield and flex on them. That's kind of crazy. Again, I guess they just want to win with their Nidoking, or they just want to go for one big return here to completely annihilate this thing, and now want to KO, of course, the Queen with the King. That's kind of ridiculous. Very nice there. Good game there. Next up, we're going to see the next opponent here, which going to be a legend player actually. Altaria in the lead. That's kind of horrible for the team. You're gonna swap out immediately into your Lickitung here, and you can spam those bodies. Actually, would always go straight for Body Slam exactly for this scenario. If you did go straight for Body Slam there, you would be able to realign the, like, kind of, because it's what basically you kind of need to save some time somehow, so the opponent cannot realign perfectly everything from the get-go. And from throwing the move immediately, of course, it can be catched, but like in this case, for example, you would have been easily able to get to another move with your Lickitung against the Altaria already, and would have thrown it before they swapped out. You would have been able to just have like a little bit of time in between, but it's fine. They're going to go into the Altaria. I really wish you had ice coverage on the Nidoking. I think the pre-evolution has now ice coverage. I really hope that the Nidoking would also get this. It would be really cool, Ice Beam Nidoking, or whatever that was. Would be very nice, as we see the swap out into the Sableye. Fine so far. They can go ahead and shield this move up, and they're going to swap into a Stunfisk. It's going to be Altaria double steal. Very good line and common line actually still. Not a lot of weaknesses. Actually only really a Azumarill, but even this you can beat, to be honest. So very strong line in general in Go Battle League. But you would be able maybe to even farm it down now with double kick, to be honest. They have to throw here. And after they threw, if it's a Rock Slide, you still, so when you don't survive it, you have to throw here, I guess. You could have went at least for one more fast move, but I guess they could have went for the Rock Slide as well here, so yeah, never mind. That's going to be a loss, sadly. Guess you had to try to risk the farm down, but even this, I don't think it would have worked, so let's see the next one, and most likely also the final game here, as we see Nidoking against Meganium. It's kind of weird, like you don't really see Meganium that often in Go Battle League anymore. You're going to have to shield this move up. It's going to be a very strong frenzy plant here, especially the Shadow version is very cool to watch at. They go straight for the Mega Horn. I don't think that was the right play. They're definitely going to shield here. I would have... Never mind. I'm going to let those in there. That was kind of embarrassing. I guess the player doesn't know more than me. And we see also this little boy here. I really want to try this Pokemon out as well. Maybe I already tried it out when you see this video, because I don't think I upload this video immediately. This is before the new season drops, by the way, but you mostly gonna see it afterwards. As we see a Tentacruel coming in here, which also got a move update. Like, everybody just plays the new Pokemon with move updates. It's kind of hilarious. I think most of them gonna vanish after a while again, but if people have fun with it right now, why not, to be honest? They go for a Scald now, which going to, I think it has a 30% chance to debuff your attack, I'm pretty sure, which is kind of cool. And did a lot of damage, definitely. Like, Scald is definitely a very good upgrade for this Tentacruel, as they go for an Acid Spray now. Good call on the part of the player here, and I think you're going to be able to win the final game there. They go for a Scald now, and this is going to be it for this video. Thanks for submitting those battles. Thanks all for watching. This was a lot of fun. Hope you also had a lot of fun. Leave a like if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't, and see you next video. Bye!